Hey friends, guess what? Today we're gonna make something special in the kitchen, and it's not sweet. One of my favorite things at Cracker Barrel is the Hashbrown Casserole, so we're gonna give it a try.
Now, we make this a lot at our house. It's a copycat recipe that we've tweaked over the years, and this is just a holiday favorite. So since it's so close to Christmas, we're gonna show you something that you could make up the day before Christmas, or the day before even you want to serve it at some other event. We're taking the one that we're making today to a dinner, but you can make it ahead of time. Just put foil over it, put it in the fridge, but then you can take it out an hour or so before you want to eat it, pop it in the oven, and it is so easy and so good.
Okay, join us in the kitchen. Let's get this done.
For the hash brown casserole, you need a bag of shredded hash browns. This is a 30-ounce bag. We got them at Kroger's on sale. They need to be thawed. So I take them out of the freezer. They're in the frozen section. I take them out of the freezer at least a couple hours before, or you can even defrost a little bit in the microwave. And you can use fresh ones, and I have even done it where I have shredded my own, but for today, we're going with this. A medium-sized onion diced, 2 10.5-ounce cans of cream of chicken soup, 2 cups of cheddar cheese, and you can use, I normally use mild, but you could use any cheese that you like, 3/4 cup of sour cream, and then we're gonna go in with some garlic, some salt, some pepper, and if you like, cayenne. We're making this for a group tonight for a dinner, so I probably won't use the cayenne, but when I'm making it at home, I do hit it with a little cayenne. Almost forgot, you need a stick of butter melted, which we have on the stove melted, which is why I forgot over on the counter, but there it is.
Okay, so I'm gonna get us started here with our shredded potatoes. Next, I'm gonna dump in my onions that I cut up in nice small pieces. My eyes are already watering.
We do use sweet onions, but if you prefer like a yellow onion, you can do that. I've never really tried red onions with this, but we normally use sweet onions.
Next thing I'm going to stick in is my two cans of cream of chicken soup.
You can hear the oven beeping there. We have the oven preheating to 400 degrees, and it sounds like it is preheated. Can 1.
And can 2.
Is that like thing 1 and thing 2?
Thing 1 and thing 2. Okay, and I'm going to mix these nice together. Okay, I'm going to get this all mixed together, my 3 ingredients so far, before I add anything else in. And then in a couple minutes, once I get this together, I'll put in some more ingredients. We generally do use this big old bowl just because there's a lot of ingredients, and once you start adding the cheese and that, it can get a little tough to mix, so we do use a big bowl. I'm going to go ahead and add sour cream. The original recipe, this is like a copycat Cracker Barrel hash brown casserole recipe that I have tweaked over the years. It originally calls for more sour cream and less cream of chicken soup, but I don't really care for sour cream, so I use less sour cream and more cream of chicken soup. All right, we're also going to add the stick of melted butter, and I'm going to try to pour that around the edges of the pan and stir it in from the sides, just so it doesn't slop all over. All right, I'm going to use about a teaspoon of garlic. And I generally do a little quick taste test after I put in the spices just to make sure. You certainly could add more of anything you'd like. And then the ½ teaspoon of salt. You know, sometimes potatoes really soak up the salt and they need a little bit more. And a ½ teaspoon of pepper. And if I use cayenne, whoo, that's tough to get open. I normally use about a ¼ teaspoon, and then if I need to add more, I add more. Get this mixed up again. Okay, so I'm going to add in my cheese. This is 1 bagful, or about 2 cups.
This is where it gets hard to stir, so Doug gets this job. And if you like lots of cheese, you certainly could add more.
I normally go with 2 cups, and then sometimes we sprinkle a little bit more on top, and sometimes I mix it up the kind of cheese that goes in it, but most of the time use mild cheddar.
This here is a family favorite.
Yes, it is. Our newest daughter-in-law, I always send out something before a holiday and say, what do you want to make sure that we have for Thanksgiving or Christmas or whatever? And at Thanksgiving, Celeste said, just put me down for a hash brown casserole for every holiday from now on. So this is like always going to be on the list. All right, Doug's going in with the last bit of cheese. Once he's finished, we're going to go into a greased pan and a 400-degree oven, and has to cook long enough for the hash browns to get done. Generally, I start checking it at like 40 minutes. You want the cheese, of course, melted, but you want the onions and the hash browns softened. Yum, yum. All right, got a 9x12. It's greased, like we said, and Doug's going to go in with all of these. And then we might put a sprinkle of cheese on the top. We'll see. I generally do cover it for a good 15-20 minutes, and then with foil, and then uncover. If your oven doesn't run hot, you may not need to do that, but I find sometimes the things on the get a little brown on the top before it's done all the way through, so I cover mine with foil, but you know your stove.
Okay, so she decided we need a little bit more cheese, so I'm going to do a little sprinkle on top. Just a nice little sprinkle.
This is beyond the 2 cups, so the 2 cups are inside, and you can judge whether you want this or a different type or something on the top, but I think it'll make a nice brown topping, you know, when that cheese gets melty and gooey. So we're going for it. Foiled up, ready to bake. Here we go. We'll start the timer. We'll check it. Take off the foil and cook it until those hash browns get softened and those onions get softened and all that cheese gets ooey and gooey. Yum!
That was really easy.
Yeah, it was.
It only takes a few minutes to put together.
Yeah, once you get it whipped together, it's just in the oven, but it makes a nice breakfast or brunch side dish.
Or even dinner.
Or a dinner.
Tonight we're going to use it at dinner.
Yeah, we are. So for that reason, we're not taste testing it, but we've taste tested this many times before. The hash browns with that cheese and that sauce that's on it, it is just so good and such a warming feeling. It's a crowd pleaser, and it really is easy to make.
Family favorite.
Yeah, it is. All right. I hope you give it a try. If you do, please drop us a comment and let us know that you do and how you like it. And we just want to take a moment and wish you and yours a very Merry Christmas and a blessed New Year.
Bye-bye.
Take care of yourselves, take care of others, and we will see you soon.